in a massive security breach, the kind of which has never been seen before. A US journalist claimed Donald Trump's administration shared war plans against Yemen with him accidentally in a group chat. The Atlantic journo Jeffrey Goldberg was evidently added to what would otherwise have been a super secret, encrypted, highly protected group chat on a messaging app used by millions for everyday use. Therein, he says, his companions were the highest ranking officials of the Trump government, such as Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Vice President J.D. Vance, and they discussed upcoming military strikes against Yemen's Houthi rebels. The White House confirmed this significant security breach on Monday, raising serious concerns about national security protocols within the Trump government. Goldberg reported that he received hours of advance notice about the planned strikes through this group chat on Signal. Quote, "The message thread that was reported appears to be authentic, and we are reviewing how an inadvertent number was added to the chain," unquote, National Security Council spokesman Brian Hughes said. The chat included detailed discussions about operational specifics such as targets, weaponry to be deployed, and attack sequencing. National Security Council spokesman Brian Hughes acknowledged the authenticity of the message thread and said they are reviewing how Goldberg was added. President Donald Trump expressed surprise at the situation in his usual way, stating that he was unaware at any issues related to the group chat. In fact, he criticized The Atlantic, referring to it as a magazine going out of business, seemingly downplaying the severity of the leak. The White House said Trump continues to have the utmost confidence in his national security team after the US president earlier said he did not know anything about the issue. On March 14th, as reported by AFP, a person identified as Vance expressed doubts about carrying out the strikes, saying he hated bailing Europe out again, as countries there were more affected by Houthi attacks on shipping than the United States. The breach has provoked outrage amongst Democrats and security experts alike. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer described it as one of the most stunning breaches of military intelligence he has seen in a long time. He has called for a full investigation into how such sensitive information could be carelessly shared. Senator Jack Reed also condemned the leak, stating that the carelessness shown by President Trump's cabinet is both stunning and dangerous. Hillary Clinton, who has been on the receiving end of scrutiny in the past over her use of private mail server while serving as Secretary of State, weighed in on the issue by sharing Goldberg's article on social media. She remarked, "You have got to be kidding me," highlighting the hypocrisy surrounding security protocols in government communications. The planned strikes against the Houthi rebels come amid ongoing tensions in Yemen, where these Iranian-aligned forces have launched numerous drone and missile attacks against shipping routes, in solidarity with Palestinians, who they claim are suffering under Israeli attacks. The Houthis have controlled much of Yemen over a decade and are part of an axis of resistance opposed to both Israel and the United States. The US has been actively targeting Houthi positions since President Joe Biden's administration, continuing military operations that had begun under previous administrations. Trump's recent statements indicate a commitment to using overwhelming lethal force until objectives are met, particularly in response to threats against Red Sea shipping, which the Houthis have targeted to cut off financial backbones of the European and US supply chains.